Look at this, no dew on my windshield. Maybe we'll be able to run beans today. Good morning. Well, we've got a little bit of wheat to treat this morning for a neighbor. I have another jug of chemical, different stuff, but it's what I could get my hands on last minute. I have gone through far more seed treatment chemical than I had anticipated this year. I should have bought a keg to start with and not 2.5 gallon jugs, but I didn't know that when I started. I'll do better next year. So anyway, we're gonna go down there and get stuff moved around and set up and ready for when the customer brings his wheat here in about a half hour, and we'll do that. Like I said yesterday, it shouldn't take very long, an hour, hour and a half is what I'm guessing, and we'll get it done, get him on his way, and I think we'll probably be able to start combining beans before noon today. So hopefully we'll get an early start and have a good day combining beans. It'd be nice to get a lot done today. Alright, so I've got the chemical poured in there. We do need to calibrate my pump yet, and I need to clean some stuff up a little bit more inside that atomizer there, but this guy's got a nice tender with an auger or conveyor on it here, so we're just loading it right into boxes. We'll treat box to box like we've been doing with beans. Well, it's all treated. Now we just got to get it back in this tender. Oh, my forklift died. I had to go get the one from the farm. All right, that job is done, taken care of, and paid. Awesome. So, it's about 11:15 now. I'm going to talk to Phil here, but I think go grab an early lunch, and we're going to go combine soybeans. Don't forget my snack bag. It's go time. We got sun, we got wind, starting to get a little heat. Should be dry. Finally, back in the combine, ready to run some beans. It's been a while since I've gotten to do this. See if I remember how. And see if I can miss them posts over there. There we go. And I'll run a little grass to start with. Just this corner, it looks like. Alright. Well, we're rolling here. They're combining pretty nice. Monitor says 15 yet. They are going to dry rapidly throughout the day, though, so I'm not too worried about it. It's still like 11:30 in the morning, so they'll be okay. I think Phil's gonna pick me up. I thought he was gonna be right here. We need to go back and get the grain cart trucks, that good stuff, so probably be a minute before we really get rolling. Okay, well, we'll get some endros done and open this field up. I think I am gonna run it on a little bit of an angle once I get it opened up. And we'll go. Touch wet, pretty good yield. Like I said, they will dry quickly. So I just stopped to get that piece of metal sitting there. You see that? Always stop to pick up metal, even though this one's not a fence post. But look what I found when doing so. Oh boy, we got a hole. Didn't see it till I got out to get this piece of metal. Good thing I stopped. And just like that, around in, we've got problems. Go frickin' figure. See how them beans didn't get cut off? See how they're all bunched up on the cutter bar? I can almost guarantee you we just broke a cutter bar. Once again, it's not a hard fix, it's not a long fix, but we gotta take the time to do it. Super frustrating. Super frustrating. I'll show you what happened here in just a second. Gotta unload. Yep, right there. She's broken. Looks like it must have broke a bolt too. Anyway, we gotta get this all apart. Easiest way to do it is to pull the whole cutter bar out. So I gotta rotate this so that them bolts are out and I can get to it. Okay, now that those bolts are out, this should slide out fairly easily. Now the hard part is getting the rest of it out, and it gets all this stuff wedged in there because before I stopped, I didn't notice it. It just kept feeding beans in and breaking them off, so you got to kind of pick some of that stuff out of there. And we've got this overlap in the center, so we got to take this apart because this piece here will not slide through these hold down clips. So I got to get that all apart. All right, so I got all this old one out. Here's where it broke. It actually broke right on a splice, which is not great. Fortunately, this side of the splice, it's bent, but it's not broken. So we're gonna get a grinder to grind this stuff off here, and I'm gonna get a new splice kit because this piece here is broken. Not that that's a lot, but better put a new one on. Fortunately, I've got a whole new section here, so we just splice them together and we'll put it back in. And I think there's another splice down on that end that we'll need to take apart and add onto this one, so I'm gonna work on that while Phil goes and gets me some more parts. All right, I got that little piece added to the end there. Dad got our cutter bar cleaned up, so this next it'll slide back in a little bit easier. So, yeah, just waiting for Phil to get back with a couple more pieces. Like I said, doesn't take long. It's not a hard fix, but it sure is frustrating. I always make sure I've got one of those on hand for exactly this scenario, so we'll need to get another one ordered. Pull back a little. And it works. All right. I don't know why I have so much trouble with cutter bars on this head, but I replace at least one, if not two or three of those every year. So I always have one on hand and make sure that I'm ready for that. So I've gotten pretty good at changing them. I don't know what we were down for there, half hour maybe. It's not a huge deal, but it sure is frustrating, like I said. So anyway, back rolling. On the bright side, in that little delay, our beans dried out about half a point. Maybe not quite, but they're under 15 now. That's good. Check it out. I even got a grain cart operator today. For a little while anyways. These beans are surprisingly good. Not great here. I mean, not bad, but we get down in these dips and they'd spike right up to 70. So, I don't know if the field will go 60 or not, but it's going to be close. Now I'm frustrated. That there's going to be a big problem. Dang, guys, this sucks. Been sitting for a whole week. If that would have happened, last time when we were finishing, 10 acres ago, we could have had it fixed while we weren't doing anything. But no. So now we're gonna sit, and I'll be lucky to get this one fixed today. Honestly, I don't know. I'm gonna have to get it apart, see what parts we need, see if we can get them. But it's bad. That one's bad. We're gonna get the combine unloaded, get everything shut down. Great. I might even drop the head and take it back to the farm, just because it'll be easier to work on in the shop. All right, well, I don't know how extensive of a repair this is. It's not going to be super quick, but it doesn't look terrible. There's not a lot of stuff that's tore up. I think it's really just one or two pieces. However, in order to get to those one or two pieces, we've got to take a fair amount of stuff off. It's going to be a lot easier in the shop than it is here in the field. We're a mile away, so we're going to drop the head, run this home, and tear into it and see what we got to do. Get some parts ordered, come and go find them, whatever we got to do. We may get it running today. Don't know. Not a good sign when you're pulling the combine in the shop in the middle of the day during harvest. Okay, well, we've got to tear some stuff apart here, clearly. Honestly, looking at this, I don't think it's as bad as it first looks. Clearly, this piece here is bad. There was a rubber bushing that was in that hole there, kind of like this one down here that you can't see. And the rubber bushing must have come apart, and it broke. Started vibrating. Honestly, I shut it down as soon as I felt it. Well, I shut the head off as soon as I felt it, and then it didn't stop, so I shut the combine, or the threshing part, off real fast, and then saw what it was. So I don't think we damaged anything else. I might get a new bolt here, or bushing, or whatever this is. Once we get it apart, we'll look at it and see. The only other thing I'm kind of worried about is this arm here. but I think it's just rotated on the bearing down here and not actually bent. So once we can get some pressure off of it and get that apart, we'll see a little bit easier of what exactly we are dealing with here. This nut's got to come off. This one's got to come off. These two here are probably going to have to come off. There's another bolt up in here that holds the top end of that arm, and the head of that bolt is on the inside. And I have a feeling it's below, hold on, it's below this piece along that wall, and I can't see it, and so that piece may have to come out, which is going to not be fun. But it is what it is. So we're gonna start tearing stuff apart and see what happens and get some parts, at least figure out where they're at and see if we can't get them yet today. It's 1:30, we've got some time, so, but we gotta get it apart here. Progress. All right, well, we got that arm out. It really was just that arm and one bolt that was bad, so I called around. Our normal dealer did not have one at the close location. They had several at other locations. Could have gotten it for us tomorrow, but a different dealer to the south had one, had two actually. So Phil is on his way to go and get that. Yeah, and a bolt, and we're gonna try and get this back together. I think we'll get it. I think we'll be back in the fields today yet, so that's good. The hardest part is going to be lining these bolts up and getting that one pushed back in, because it's sort of hard to get to inside there. Okay. So that bolt sticking out way up front there is the one that's got to get pushed in that bottom hole, and ooh, she's going to be a little difficult to get to without pulling a bunch of stuff out, but we're going to try and do it without pulling these out, because they're no fun. So, I don't know. We'll see. I decided to check out some other stuff on the combine while we're waiting. Air filters, just looking things over, seeing what else I can find that's going to break next. Yeah, right. Look at this. I'm even going to wash the windows in the grain tank. There. That's better. It's not perfect. Well, it's just going to get dirty again. Well, that's going to stand out like a sore thumb. No paint. That's okay. It's aluminum. We'll put her in. All right. I think we got it. All right, we are going to back this thing right out across the road into the wheat field and start it up real slow. Just make sure we got everything together right, and it's going to run right before we head back to the field. I think we got it. It really wasn't that hard to do. Just took an hour to run and get the part. So this was a 2-hour breakdown. What are you going to do? All right, let's open the door so we can hear. Leave it on low idle and hit the separator. Gotta open the grain tank covers first. Doesn't do anything if you don't do that. Hold up. Look, I can even see it. Okay, try this again. Ready? Here we go. Chopper speed problem. Oh, I got it. Oh, chopper up. Okay. All right. Basically, you can't have the straw chopper raised with it engaged where it's going to spin. And I just raised it so I could get in there. I didn't disengage it from spinning, so just put it back down. All right, try again. Third time's a charm, right? Okay, sounds good. Look okay? Let's turn it on and go look. Okay. No, it just scraped the edge of the bearing holder, and it pivoted on there. When that bolt, bushing come loose, the arm slid out, and that's what it was rubbing. But I looked at that pretty hard when you were gone, and I think it's fine. It's okay. Shaking like it's supposed to. Back to the field. Okay. We're back at it, off and running again. Let's see if we can do more than 2 rounds this time before we break down again. Hey, look at that. They're down to 13%. That's all we had to wait for, right? Just wait for the beans to get dry. We still got quite a bit of wind. You can see all the dust blowing right around me coming in front, so they'll keep drying. Okay, my relief driver has come. Dad's here. He's going to run the combine for me for a while. I got a meeting I got to go to tonight. So, I head back to the farm. Wait for my wife to get there with the boys. And then we're going to leave the boys with my mom and go to our meeting. And hopefully I will make it back and keep running the combine later. Dad should get this field done while I'm gone. We're going to move to home farm after that, and I got to get stuff opened up around my plot tonight yet. If we can, I'm going to work late, like 10, 11 o'clock tonight, as long as I can, try and get some stuff done and make up for some lost time here. So I'll be back. See you in a couple hours. Oh man, look what's going on here. Something's missing. It's been busy. 4 bolts. All right, well, engine's out. Ain't much left when you take the engine out, is there? We got a radiator and a transmission. That's about it. Yeah, steering wheel and gear. Maybe it's not going to take me 5 years to get this tractor running. Might be running before we get the combine in here this winter, for all I know. No. Flying right through it here.
You're dreaming, buddy. You're dreaming, buddy.
And there goes the radiator. Cool. All right, I'm back. It's getting dark. Nice sunset tonight. I'm gonna walk out here. Dad got done with that field that we were in. They moved to the home farm here, working out behind our barns. I'm gonna go out and try and take over for the combine for him and let him go for the night. We'll see how late we can work. It is not quite 8 o'clock, about 7:45 here. So we may be able to work for a little while. We may be about done. We'll see. Nice. Okay, I am back in the combine. See, harvesting beans after dark, which I've not done yet this year, really. Look how nice them clean windows are. We can see the beans going out of the tank. Nice. And to top that off, I don't know, we don't have a whole lot done in this field, but it's mostly end rows. And whoa, look at that. 5 and almost 6 acres, 71 average. These beans are fantastic. What's the yield map look like? Yeah, we're gonna have to adjust that a little bit. All right, let's go. Yeah, this is fun. Those are pretty good soybeans. A minute ago it said 90. There it is. Incredible. Go through a little dip where there was just a little bit more moisture. That yield spikes right up, but 71, 72 for this round and a half. That's, wow. Oh man, it don't get a whole lot better than this right here. Dumping on the go, combining beans, dark, got the lights on, and they're phenomenal beans. Just incredible. Oh, and to top it off, beans were up like 20 cents today. Even better. Awesome. This is awesome. So on this east part of this field, we had a different variety of beans. The ones that we were in over there were 3195s. These are 2981s. Those 2 beans, between the 2 of them, have probably been my best 2 beans year in and year out for the last 3 or 4 years. But not this year. Over there, fantastic. But look at that yield map. Can you tell where the split was? Fortunately, all of these are the good ones. Yield will come back. We're under 70, down to 69. Oh my, I don't think you guys can see this, but they're about to get even worse, because right here is the line of what got sprayed and what did not with a fungicide. Like I started at the back of the barn right there, that last pass, or right here, and that stuff there did not get any fungicide. These did, and there I can see a height difference from the cab. Okay. Well, means what we're doing is working. Seriously? Seriously? Like 2 feet? You just can't win them all. Oh well. Alright, well that finishes the front half, or front part, I guess, of this field. There. Quite a visual difference with the variety change there, which is a bummer, but it's good data. I mean, that's been a really good beat for us. Sometimes you just can't call all that stuff. So, but we're gonna go work on the back part there. It does connect on this side, but I'm pretty sure all of that stuff drowned it out, and we don't actually have any beans growing in there. So we're gonna drive over and start it up in that corner, do some end rows. Quite a difference in the weed control on them soybeans versus those soybeans, isn't there? Chemicals are important. Applying them at the right time is important. Got a few green ones down here in this low ground. We're kind of right behind that big wet area that's kind of a pond or whatever that separates these two pieces of this field. And they're a little tough, but you get up on the ridges and they're fine yet, and we still got dust. It's just spots where the leaves are hanging on like this. A little bit of a problem, but we'll make it through them. I don't know if we're going to get this field done tonight. We still got almost 30 acres to do. Take me at least 2 hours, and it's 9:45 now, so probably not, but we'll get a fair amount of it. Unload. Still going pretty strong here. Feeding in nice. Not having any pushing issues. I don't know if that's because of my little angle that I'm going on, or just the way things have dried out today, or what the deal is. Maybe the dew's not setting in. But yeah, down to 22 acres to go. I am sure that my camera's not going to do that justice, but look at that moon coming up. Nice. That's awesome. Alright, well, I'm still going here. It's almost 11 o'clock. Our yield kind of dropped off. These ones up front here were a lot better. This is sort of a slope. I wish I could show you the lay of the ground, but it really drops off towards the low ground over here. So we're now getting back into some of the flat stuff that's better ground back here as it works over towards the woods over there. So the yield's picking back up. I don't know how far it'll come. We're still averaging mid-60s, which is fantastic. So I am pretty happy with that. We are going to be about done here, though. Phil went home. We had 2 trucks loaded, and we're loading up the grain cart now. Plus, I can tell they are starting to get tough. Dew must be setting in a little heavier. So I'm going to load the grain cart up, and we're going to call it a night. Well, I'm pretty sure this grain tank load's going to fill her up. So that's going to be it for tonight. We've got 7.5 acres left in this field. She's full. Combine's empty. Combine's empty. Combine's empty. Come on! Oh, we made it. Phew. That was close. It's full. Just gonna drive the grain cart up towards the farm and park it, so I don't have to walk all the way back up there. All right. Well, I am done for tonight. It is like 11:30. So, started out pretty rough today, to be honest, but we ended up doing okay. We did about 46 acres out here, and 47 or whatever in the other field that we started in today. So not quite a 100-acre day, but we got more than 90 done. And for the breakdowns that we had earlier this morning, I guess you can't complain about that too much. So, sorry, I know it's dark. You can't see my face, but that's all right. tomorrow we're going to do my test plot out here, get that done. So that's probably where we're going to start in the morning. I don't know. We'll see what time we can get going. But Wade, my agronomist, is coming up to help me work on that. He should be up here 10:30, 11 or something like that. So as soon as we can get started in the morning, most likely he's going to be here and ready to start working on that. So we'll finish the rest of the beans out here. We'll move up north to the next field and see how far we get. That bean plot's going to take a little bit of time, but it shouldn't take too terribly long. You know, if we don't have any breakdowns, we could do 150 acres in a day and get a lot done. So we'll see. Phil will probably haul a few loads of beans or a couple loads of beans in the morning, and we'll keep rolling. So have a great night, everybody. Hit that like and subscribe buttons for me, please. And if you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. See you tomorrow.